I'm Asian. But you already know that. Most importantly, I love rice. In class, on November 9th, 2018, I conducted an audience analysis, asking if you guys liked eating rice. Out of the 14 of you, 11 of you said that you guys did like eating rice, while 3 of you said that you somewhat did, and only 1 person said that they didn't. Rice is a well-known source of nutrition. Rice has been a part of my life ever since I started eating it. It is always a side dish of every meal that I eat with my family, and it's the first thing that I'll grab at any Chinese restaurant, besides the crab legs. Today, I'll be telling you all about rice, from the origins of rice to how it's produced and the products of rice. So let's get started. There isn't a known geographical site of where the origins of the rice is originally domesticated at, but in the book, Rice in Human Nutrition, published in 1993 by the International Rice Research Institute Food and Agricultural Organization of the United States, by Bienvenido Juliano, who has a PhD in organic chemistry, stated that the general consensus is that rice domestication occurred independently in China, India, and Indonesia, which in doing so created the 3 different types of rice that we have today. These 3 are Sinica, Indica, and Huanica. Rice was then introduced into the United States in the early 1960s, where it is still grown today in many states like Arkansas, Texas, and California. I chose this as one of my supporting sources because it has the most relevant facts to what I'm talking about. Now that you know the origins of rice, we will now move on to how rice is produced. Rice is produced or planted in 2 different ways. These are 2 ways the 2 ways are transplanting and direct seeding. Transplanting is widely used across Asia, where they would transfer the seeds from seed beds to wet fields or rice paddies. Transplanting would usually require a lot of labor, which is mostly done by hand. Direct seeding, on the other hand, is defined on Ricepedia.org as broadcasting the dry seeds or pre-germinated seeds and seedlings by hand or machine. Broadcasting is a term used when the pre-germinated seeds is poking out of the water. Rice will usually take about 4 to 5 months to grow, which will reach up to a height of about 3 feet. After it has fully grown or matured, then comes the harvesting process. This process involves many activities, from cutting to slacking to cleaning and hauling. In Asian countries, many will harvest by using hand tools as sickles and knives, while here in the US, we would be using vehicles to harvest the rice. Now that you've learned the process of how rice is made, let's move on to the products of rice. There are many products of rice, from cereals to noodles to its original form, rice. Rice in its original form can be boiled or steamed, and all there is to it is simply having a rice cooker or a stove and a little bit of added water. Rice paper and egg roll wrappers are also made out of rice. They are made out from rice that has been crushed and stirred into a mushy batter. And lastly, rice can also be made into rice wine, which includes rice being fermented for a long period of time, and which will break the rice into rice starch, and then the enzymes will break it more into a sugary flavor. In conclusion, rice is a well-known source of nutrition. Throughout my speech today, I informed you on the origins, the spread of rice, how it's produced, and finally, the products of rice. Hopefully today, you've gathered some information on one of my favorite